Hey everybody, my name is Buffy. I'm coming to you live for this video as part of the Nap Time series, my little mini series here as part of my 300-hour teacher training program with Edge Yoga School. I'm so honored to be here learning alongside you and sharing what I learn. We are currently traveling through the chakras and finishing up with this awesome book, Wheels of Life by Inodea Judith. I make sure to reference it every time because I'm really solely pulling from this book. Please go buy it. It's awesome. You'll learn a lot more. It is pretty hefty, and I have read and digested it for you and just given you my takeaways. So we are deep into it. Chapters 11 and 12 for this video today. Chakras and relationships, and then chakras in an evolutionary perspective. I might have to break it into two videos. We'll see how it goes with time. Chakras, as they interact with the outside world, are constantly interacting with other chakras. So today we're talking about how chakras affect our relationships. There's two basic principles that govern interpersonal interactions. The first is that energy tends to balance itself. In other words, opposites attract, right? On our subconscious level, a person who's dominated by mental realms will unconsciously be attracted to someone who's dominated by physical energy. Even if they are trying to seek out their own type, subconsciously, they're going to look for somebody opposite. That's why opposites attract, right? And how people who start as the opposites attract things stay together. The second principle is that energy patterns tend to perpetuate themselves. So two people who are mentally oriented will tend to stay in that mental realm with each other. And those who are physically oriented will support each other with their physical pursuits. So you have kind of two kinds of interactions with the chakras. Those which are opposite and tend to balance, and those which are the same and tend to perpetuate, okay? In actuality, people who appear opposite are actually well balanced in a lot of cases. Here's a drawing, and stay with me because right now it's just going to look like a bunch of circles. But okay, so there's 7 of them. So guess what? They're your 7 chakras. And a black smaller circle is like a more closed chakra. A bigger circle is an open chakra. And she's drawing these lines between to show how these chakras kind of play off of each other and balance each other. Okay? Chakras of two people whose opposite chakra energies balance their relationship. I know in my personal long-term partnership and relationship with my husband, we definitely balance each other. I mean, we are a lot alike, but we also have differences that are at times frustrating, but are also what help to kind of hone and sharpen each other. Okay. Another example is going to be in this next figure. These are two people who are nearly alike. I'll just show you. So their chakras are pretty similar, a little bit of difference down here. While she, the female here, wants sexual contact to bring about a heart connection, neither has enough magnetic pull of the lower chakras to overcome the inertia of set patterns already in the relationship. So just because you are similar doesn't mean it's necessarily a good thing. They might end up with a really strong platonic relationship, okay? So the relationships of many is basically what culture is. If two people in a relationship can have so many different patterns, what happens when we consider our culture as a whole? Aren't we all affected within our chakras by the culture at large? The answer to this is yes, we are. Currently, Western culture seems to be heavily oriented towards the lower 3 chakras, with a predominant focus on money, sex, and materialism, right? Power. It's tempting to see this as like, oh, we need to open up our more emotional and spiritual chakras, the upper chakras, and become more spiritual. But in actuality, we are overcompensating for the fact that the sacredness in the first three chakras is being denied, and it kind of promotes a fixation on their shadow aspects. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. When there's an undue fixation on a particular level, there's something basic that hasn't been fulfilled. So in the case of our culture, when the sacredness of our connection to earth is denied, it is replaced with materialism, right? We all are in this culture where it's like bigger house, better car, higher salary, and that's like all we're working towards, right? And I say we, not meaning me. And then chakra 2, the sacredness of sexuality is being denied publicly, but then things like it's shown in advertising like constantly, and we're promised fulfillment through just sexual attractiveness at all, not the actual act of like wholesome sex. The shadow side of denied sexuality is rape, child molestation, sexual harassment, pornography, sexual addiction, and the public fascination with political sex scandals and the like. And then the third chakra is the issue of power and energy impacting everyone's life. So just this power craze. And I'm going to have to make a part 2 to this video. I will be back.